majority of them won't go up as much as the capsule will.
Yeah, yes, yes, definitely. You have to spend a little bit more research. And generally, if you're betting on stickers, then you probably want to look at for the same major, and you probably want to look at those what players on a performance slump. If you think they are going to get out of the performance slump, and
Yeah.
probably not someone who is going to slump and then just retire, then I don't think that's going to do much good.
No.
And if you're looking at teams, you want to look at teams that could potentially come back. Yeah, so it could potentially be a new force to be reckoned with. Again, yeah, maybe Team Liquid. Who knows?
God, we can't let. No, we need renegades. Renegades need to come back.
Well, no, but you have such a small population to support.
I know.
So yeah,
we just
so
don't
it
have
could
the enough.
be NA, China, or CIS,
Yeah, I know.
or Germany, France.
I can dream though, Growling. Let the Australian man dream. He's got an underdog somewhere.
Yes. Yes, I think that's what Rudy is not talking about. Is I think the capsule's price in the short term actually depends on the expected value.
Yeah,
So if this
in the
is
short term it
a
does.
profile,
Yeah, that's something that he
but if
does go through. But long term, it
now you
matters
have a
less.
massive supply,
Yeah,
have massive supply of capsules. I think that short term probably means 2 or 3 years. So 2 or 3 years, or even more. Maybe less for Stockholm, more years for Antwerp, or RMR, because those
yeah,
have a higher supply. But then it depends on the EV, so it depends on the price of the stickers.
yeah,
And then know in long term you can see situations like Cattle 14 for us, or Urza
yeah,
Saga, etc., or even Alpha.
yeah,
Um, booster packs for Magic the Gathering, then it's about people are short of capsules or short of booster boxes.
yeah,
Yeah. The other point I was actually trying to raise was what Rudy is talking about.
yeah,
When something is a bit old, it kind of is proven, or the supply. Well, we get a clear idea of it's kind of proven, and then if you buy them on the dip, it's a safer investment, though it's probably not going to give you sort of a very sort of very high percentage returns very quickly.
yeah,
So just like what you said, if you are buying, well, imagine if Krakow stays to be Krakow autograph capsules, stays to be the best autograph capsules. The gold stays to be the only gold with such a nice design, and also is being the first. Then
yep,
if you buy every operation date, and then flip them sort of a few months after that, that's or you just hold them for forever, then I think that is also a solid strategy. You probably wouldn't get crazy returns within 6 months like Stockholm, but then you still get decent returns doing that sort of thing. Whereas you can see that investing in every major capsule, gambling on the new stuff, you might get IMR or Antwerp.
yeah. I think I'm looking at the. I know you shouldn't be looking at the charts, but I'm just looking at the Krakow Legends charts, and they've been in a bit of a dip lately.
Well, it's still more expensive than the last operation did, though.
Yeah, still more expensive than the last operation dip. I agree, and I know that there's a few people out there with a lot of Krakow hiding, waiting. Like the amount on the
So if
market
you
is. Oof.
Yeah, the idea is whatever your sort of if you want a balanced portfolio, then you want to consider both the new stuff and the old stuff.
Yep.
So I think for people who spend all their money in Antwerp, or half their money in Antwerp, it's probably too much for them. Well, if they didn't imagine it could go this way, yeah.
Yeah, they. It's going to be a good learning less point for a lot of investors. Hopefully, that they can look back on what they've seen with Antwerp and why you don't commit such large amounts of money to one investment.
I think it's the proportions. So how
Yeah.
much you are willing to risk. Because one other thing that people are not thinking about sometimes is actually when you if you put everything in one thing, when you lose 50%, next time you have to pull off an
A
investment that
2x.
makes you profit to yeah that's yeah 2x to get to back to where you were.
Yeah.
So people are thinking the downside as the same as the upside,
When
but
it's
actually
not.
it's more critical.
And I think that's something that you get when you've been investing for a few years. You get that under your belt of you don't look at the upside potential, you look at the downside risk a lot more. So something,
You look at the risk reward ratio,
yeah,
etc. When you hit downside, you probably don't want to lose a huge percentage of your portfolio, so that it takes a miracle to make it up again.
yeah, it's like, for example, well, I'll pick on Krakow again because that's been a hot topic lately. If looking at Krakow, your prices for the price for that at the moment, its last bottoming out was at about 30 Australian dollars, so a 25% down. The chances of that happening versus them going to a 25% raise to $50, the risk reward there is much more worth it than in the case of something like Antwerp, which has gone from 35 Australian cents to I believe below 30 now. 30. Yeah, somewhere as low as 28 cents now in Australian dollars, which is so 7 cents out of 35. That's also a 25% loss. But people have put so much of their portfolio into it that their whole portfolio has dropped 25%.
If they're all in.
Yeah. which some people did. I mean, we know of the cow guy who has 700,000.
He's not. Well, he's probably not.
He's not all in, but he is very deep.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't have to rely on selling this money back to invest into real major. I think real major could be well. Yeah, that's there are two topics we are talking about here.
Yeah.
So related to the Krakow one, you see, I can see from the chat. There's some. I sold my Krakow at $1 back in 18. Well, in 2018. That's not too bad though. Imagine if you compound it with other things. Oh, sad. Yeah.
Yeah, in 2018, if you bought everything else that came through around then, you would have been fine. Any of the rare cases, Spectrum, I believe Spectrum was around 2018.
Well, you didn't have to buy Spectrum in 22. Spectrum 1 case, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story is a bit like this. So I think every case was like half a cent on the Steam market, even as late as summer 2019.
Yep.
Almost every case. Not a few of them or not. Like Chroma 2 case, I think that was like 1 cent. Yeah, that was a bit more than double the price of the other cases. Many cases were just like half a cent sitting on the market.
Yep.
I believe. I think in 2019, the first case that began to move at the beginning of the year was Phoenix case.
Yep.
Then it was breakout case. It moved up to like a few cents. So Phoenix was 10 cents, and then later had a sort of 30-cent spikes, and yeah, it's I think breakout only had like 40-cent spike in late summer in 2019.
Breakout has just hit another all-time high again, by the way.
Yeah, it's all butterfly knives. And if you look at the expected value, well, yeah, we do have a website that calculates the expected value, but everything priced beyond the Steam market price is not counted.
Yeah.
So many of them. So it's the minimum where Crimson Web out of the market price. I didn't check recently, but certainly the butterfly fade and the butterfly crimson web factory new are not counted in that calculation, and you get decent EV. So this is the EV that's pushing that case up.
Yep. Oh god, imagine being the one to open a crimson web in factory new for butterfly. You'd fall off your chair.
Yeah. So but talking about Spectrum 1 case, yeah, that was half a cent, and then it started to move. I remember it very well. It was in August that the glove case started to move first.
Yep.
And then the advanced Spectrum 1. I think that could be hype. It moved up to quite a few cents. I think 6 cents, 7 cents. I think that already. And then in September, because the glove case, I think it moved is in steps. And in September, glove case was already sort of 12, 13 cents, or a bit more than that. I think.
Yeah.
Almost 15 cents, I think. And people start to move clutch case.
Oh god, clutch case. Oh.
Clutch case. Would you believe in September 2019, clutch case was just 2 cents or a couple of cents below glove case. People are sort of forcing it, not knowing that this is an active drop case. At that time, actually, because I think we had a difference of the what cases was dropping for the prime and the non-prime. I think when we first introduced non-prime, it just consists of the prime cases except the latest one, because the latest one usually sell for a good price. So it's introduced later into the non-prime. So that time Spectrum 1 was gone, of course. But then later, I think almost 10 cases were reintroduced into the non-prime drop in October the 26th, 2019. And we had quite a few things happening there. So Spectrum 1 was 10 cents when it was September 2019. But then what later happened was in October the 19th, 2019, Valve made keys untradeable and unmarketable.
Oh boy, that was a day.
Yeah. So they actually hit the unboxing demand so hard that all the cases dropped back in price.
Yeah.
Spectrum dropped back to 2 cents.
Yep.
So in November 2019 or in December 2019, Spectrum 1 was 2 cents.
God, I don't know if I wasn't around until 20. I might not have been here till 2020. I don't remember when I first joined the Discord.
Yeah, so it was a different kind of risk that you're taking. Because a lot of the Chinese relied on sort of they were new. They probably wasn't really advanced in how to convert things into Steam wallet fund, etc. So they relied on buying keys with cash.
Yeah.
And when you didn't have the option, case unboxing half in demand. And so for many months, ever since October the 26th, October the 19th, case unboxing has been halved.
Yep.
Until later, I remember I first picked up that case unboxing is up again in January or late January, early February 2020. So it was a different investing scenario. Had the unboxing demand be less than a half of what it was, then it was a huge risk to take to invest. Or you wouldn't expect to look at the returns that great. But back then, I still bought some glove cases, not many. I bought something like 20 something thousand glove cases for 4 or 5 cents each in December 2019. So yeah, I was just because it was the only one that's not in the non-prime drop pool and not operation case. So I was trying to spot pattern. Nobody was doing sort of what's in the non-prime drop pool back then. Nobody cared. So I had to sort of idle some games myself to find out.
Yep.
Once we had the Discord, ever since April 2020, we had this people reporting which cases are still dropping, which is are not.
Yep.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that was a great effort by the community by reporting that. I think I joined around June, July 2020, so I missed that. I missed the boat on Spectrum. I guess I wasn't around for the discussion and then purchasing. I was so new. I had no idea.
Yeah, well, hindsight is that Spectrum 2 was better, but who knows, Valve to remove all these non-prime cases.
Yep.
So hindsight is a wonderful thing. So buying already real drop cases, it's not safety. There's no supply coming back in.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Sorry to drag this.
That's okay. You just shared the case EV, and so you can see the best EV is 73% for recoil cases. This doesn't include This doesn't include items that are priced higher than the Steam market, so the EV can be a little bit off.
Yeah, I think
the lowest is 20%. Most of them hang around that 45% mark, though.
Yeah, 40, 50, 60. Well,
Yeah.
Sometimes the EV is a higher percentage EV means this case is less unboxed sometimes.
Yeah. But that's okay. The gamblers will eventually pick it up.
Yeah. So back to the two sides of the things we're talking about in Krakow and in this Antwerp. I think for Krakow, this saying that he sold he shouldn't feel sad because selling them at $1 back then, if you had you invested into sort of London and into other opportunity, London, Katowice, and then cases, there is more money than per dollar than now. A lot more money than
Yeah.
per dollar than now. So
agreed.
So it really depends on your plan or your purpose.
Yeah. I guess.
The argument,
Yeah, your prices, the prices really depend, because if you're going from 20 cents to $1, that's a 5x. You do that, like, to go from $1 to $40 is really, really hard. But if you're going from 20 cents to $1, and you do that across 5 different majors, you're looking at a massive, massive, massive increase in money.
Yeah, but let me share some of my thoughts on this. Actually, there are two sides to this, and this depends too. I think when you look at these CS:GO cases, why you have this sort of multipliers, it's because of the leverage effect that I talked about once.
Yeah.
So when you look at the unboxing, you look at case and the key as combo. So
yeah.
Initially, when cases were not much money, it's mainly just the keys. And now, because it's not something. This is unboxing, so it's about how much they are willing to pay to unbox, not quite how much the content was. So if now say people, if the case was 1 cent, and the total was $2.50, and then if now people unboxers are willing to pay 10% extra to unbox that, or 20% extra to unbox that, that would be $2.27.
Yeah, people are willing to pay 20 times. I'm seeing cases that are 20 cents that people are just buying that would be 1 cent. Like, people are paying 20 cents heaps. Like, way more than what they should be. Like, for example, I don't know how Fracture Cases maintained its price.
There are two things. The other thing is the sort of the major capsules. They are now all 25 cents on discount. No, yeah, 20 cents, right? 25
yeah.
Cents.
No. Fracture Cases 20 cents in Australian dollars. These are different kind of And also, you can't expect the same sort of percentage returns as before. Yeah.
When it was a different scenario back then. It was only clear that you should invest in cases when the Chinese came up with another way to unbox their cases, so the case demand was up in early 2020. Earlier than that, if you bought it, you took more risk because the case unboxing